Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday, March 23rd. We are going to go over our warm-up, and then I'm going to walk you through what we're doing today. So you have two parts to your warm-up. You are defining what a pedigree is and defining what a karyotype is. So we've done notes on these. You can look at your 5.2 guided reading notes or the 5.2 fill-in-the-blank notes. Think about the ed puzzles we had assigned on Friday and then yesterday. Talking about karyotypes and pedigrees, and you can also look at your Chapter 5 key terms document as well. So again, you're defining what a pedigree is and defining what a karyotype is. Once you're done with today's work or warm-up, we're going to jump over to Schoology to go through our assignment. All right, on Schoology, if you go to today's folder, we are going to be working on a karyotyping gizmo lab. So we have done this before. We've done gizmos before. If you haven't, I do have specific videos assigned based on the first letter of your last name. And those videos will help you set up your login and how to get started. But what you're going to do is you will make a copy of your gizmo lab, the document attached, and then also please click on the Explore Learning Gizmo login. And I would suggest you open this in another tab. And then you will log in based on your login information. Or if you need to set up an account, you will do that. And then you guys will have a class that you'll be a part of, and you'll have the human karyotyping gizmo assigned. So what I suggest you do then is also have your gizmo lab document, and I would suggest that you split your screen between the two to make it a little bit easier. If you need to, you can always zoom out so you can see your whole document and what everything says. And again, use the Gizmo website, and you can split that screen as well. So you just have your Gizmo, and then you'll click Launch Gizmo, and it will pull up something like this. So we are going to go through this, and you are going to learn how to kind of set up a karyotype and read it and kind of see what happens with it. So I filled out the prior knowledge questions for you already. And you guys are going to work through the warm-up and practicing how to do this. So you'll have subject A, as you can see, the simulation. If you click on this drop down, there are different subjects. We're going to be working through each of them to look at their karyotype and then identify some issues. And then as you can see, you have chromosomes here that you are going to be matching up. So if you go through, you can kind of click and drag and bring different chromosome pieces over here to see what they match. So this is number 1. So that then gets dragged to number 1. And then you'll just keep kind of dragging pieces back and forth and match them up. Okay. You can also, you're going to click through these chromosomes, and it's going to show you all the different chromosomes. And then when it gets to the end, you'll be able to see the sex chromosomes, X and Y, and how they differ a little bit as well. Then when you get to activity A, you are going to be looking at some differences. So you're going to work through subject A, and you're going to set up the whole karyotype to see how it's different. And then when it tells you to take a snapshot of the karyotype, it has you clicking on this camera button. So if you look on your Gizmo karyotype here, if you click on that camera button in the upper right corner, it will take the snapshot just of that karyotype. And if you double click and right click it, you can copy that image and then you can click back over to your document and paste that image. Now, obviously, it's pretty big, so I suggest you just make it smaller so you can still see it, but it's not taking up your whole page. Okay, so that gives you an easy way. Instead of trying to like screenshot your whole screen and do that, you can just take a picture of the karyotype. So then you're going to work through and look at those different chromosomes. Then you're going to go through and you can click diagnosis. It will give you some information, and then you'll reset, and then you will change to subject B and go through the same thing, take a picture, answer the questions, and then check your answer through the diagnosis tab. Then when you get to activity B, this is going to be looking at some chromosomal disorders and looking through the differences between the subjects. So what you're going to do is you're going to work through subjects C, D, and E. Again, taking a picture once you have the chromosomes or the karyotype complete, and then you have a couple questions to answer. And then when you get to the diagnose, you can look back at your karyotypes, or you can kind of click through things again, and you are going to identify which subjects have these different diagnoses. Okay, so I would suggest maybe doing this after each one. So once you complete subject C, try to diagnose what it is, then go through subject D, diagnose what it is, and then subject E, go ahead and diagnose what it is as well. Once you get that done, you're just going to answer some final questions, and then your document will be finished, and you can turn it in. I do have this assigned until Thursday. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get all the chromosomes matched up, but it shouldn't take you too long once you get the hang of it. But we will have some other work assigned as we go through, so please make sure you're working on this today. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Otherwise, have a good Tuesday.